Hi students, welcome to this third unit, joint venture. First unit, bills of exchange. Second unit, consignment accounts. Chapter is joint venture accounts. So in this joint venture account, it is a separate type of partnership business. Partnership business we come across in intermediate types of business, sole trader, partnership, company. We learned joint stock company, I think, and cooperative business, like that. So next level to sole trader is a partnership business. So partnership will be, there are different partners are there, partners roles are there, and it has to be registered under Partnership Act 1832. And there will be different type of partners, their roles are there. But joint venture is also a partnership business, but it is a temporary partnership. A venture is taken place to initiate by the more than two members. Once the venture is completed, and they share their profits and they close their business. Suppose 2 acres land is taken into, for understanding the venture, 2 acres land is taken and they were made into plots. 3 partners are there, 3 co-venturers are there. People, those who are participated in joint venture are called as co-venturers. So 3 people, they made the venture and sold all the plots, and they calculated, they prepared the joint venture account, they found the profit, divided the profit according to their agreement, and that profit, whatever the amount they brought, whatever the amount they use, plus profit, balance amount will be taken by them. Then the venture is closed. Hardly 6 months or 7 months. But there are some joint ventures which are continuing still. Okay, it will be, some joint ventures are temporary, some joint ventures are continuous, some joint ventures are only project based. So joint venture is a temporary partnership to execute an activity or business. The joint venture, it is the 2 people are sharing hands, taking hands, or joining hands to execute a business. So in this video lecture series, we will understand all this. Definition of joint venture, features, difference between joint venture and consignment, advantages, disadvantages, steps in formation of joint venture, what may be the clauses in joint venture. Joint venture sometimes need agreement. So we have to know about what may be the clauses in that joint venture. And in the like consignment also, we have to record journal entries, record the journal entries and prepare the ledger accounts of the joint venture as well as co-venturers. So under different methods. Here are 4 methods are there. One is a one co-venturer, X, Y, Z are the co-venturers. If X is maintaining the books and journal entries in the books of X, one co-venturer, and we will prepare joint venture account. Another one is a co-venturer's personal accounts. And later, once the venture is over, we will find the profit through joint venture account that will be distributed to co-venturers, and the co-venturer accounts will be settled. So sometimes all the co-venturers want to record the joint venture transactions. Then we will record the journal entries in the books of all co-venturers. First method is in one co-venturer account. Second method is all co-venturers account. That is similar to the separate set of books are not maintained. So therefore no separate set of books are not maintained, then automatically each co-venturer record in his books. That is, all the co-venturers are maintaining the books or recording the transactions in their books. Then very important for the examination is when separate set of books are maintained. That is all. That is important one, and that should be recorded. Separate method is there for that, journal entries and as well as problems also will understand. Okay, students. Right. Now our video lectures consist like this. Definition, first video, which is the present one. Definition, features, advantages and disadvantages. Second video, difference between joint venture and joint venture with consignment and partnership. So, joint venture versus consignment, joint venture versus partnership. Second. And the third video, how to form the joint venture and what are the clauses may be in joint venture. That is the third video. Fourth video, we will understand one problem, journal entries, first journal entries, and with one example problem, we will try to understand how to record the transactions in the form of journal entries and preparing the ledger accounts. Then fifth video consists of our problems. In textbook problems we will solve. Those are problem number 1 and 2 is video 5. Video 6 is next method, all journal entries in all co-venturers book. That is problem number 3 and 5. An important one is 7th video, that is separate set of books are maintained to record the joint venture. That is problem number 6 and 7. And problem number 9 is problem number 9. Video number 8 is separate set of books are not maintained. That is the preparation of memorandum joint venture account. So overall 8 videos we are with the 8 videos we are learning theory part as well as problem number 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7 and 9. Okay, students, keep the problems with you and thorough the journal entries and find out how I am posting debit and credit. Already we learned in first year posting, and in the second year also in bills of exchange, joint consignment, joint venture. So whenever the accountancy is there, then journal entries, ledger posting will be there itself. So please acquaint with the posting. Okay, na? Whenever you concentrate on any topic, you can understand. Whenever you are not concentrating on the topic, when you are not investigating that topic, you can't understand. Okay, na? Don't judge anything itself. Try to understand and try to find out so Saris did the problem like this. So why this was debited, why it is not credited, why the joint venture account to bank. Such investigation method you applied, then you will try to find out the basics, try to understand that. You know? So with this, from this chapter, and you change your method of viewing the videos. Whatever the topics, whatever the important points, please note down. Verify with the textbook. And problem number 1 I solved. Problem number 2 I solved. Then why don't you try for the problem number 4? And in the problem number 1, first journal entry is X account data, purchase account data to X account. Why I took purchases. And another journal entry is B account data to joint venture account. Why I took B account, like that. Okay, na? So you try to understand and apply our rules. What are the rules? Rules of accountancy. Why it is debited, why it is credited. So there is a question for you. Please answer on your notebook. How many types of accounts? How many types of accounts? What is the rule for nominal account? You try to write on your notebook. Then check with our previous answers. So total chapter Unit 3 is divided into 8 videos. First video is definition, features, advantages and disadvantages. Okay, now we are going to understand this. Right, definition. Joint venture is as I already told, it is a temporary partnership. Two or more persons engaged for a adventure or venture for short or seasonal duration. Short or seasonal duration. For the seasonal duration, very simple to understand. Deepavali crackers. 20 days or 30 days, three friends invested 5 lakhs or 10 lakhs and profit is 2 lakhs. Only it's a seasonal duration. Okay. So what is a joint venture? It is a temporary partnership of two or more co-venturers for a particular business or adventure or venture of short term or seasonal duration. Short duration or seasonal duration. Okay. Okay, students got a definition. When two or more persons join together to carry out specific or temporary seasonal business venture and share profits and loss on the agreed basis, it is called as joint venture. So, two or more people agreed to carry out a temporary or seasonal business and they want to share their profit and losses at agreed basis. Agreed basis means according to the capital contributed or according to equal ratio or according to the ratio specified. Ratio specified, that is called joint venture. Okay, right. Look at the joint venture. Ram one co-venturer, Sham one co-venturer. Ram has his own work. Sham also his own work. But they both entered into a venture which is known as joint venture. He is a engineer who is working for some company and he is a owner of a finance company. And both are coming together to lay a road for 20 kilometers or 10 kilometers. And after the road work is over, then they will share the profits and exit from the business. So he is a financer or he is a one owner of finance company. He will contribute finance. And Sham is a engineer who is expertise in laying the roads and everything. He will contribute his knowledge, money and knowledge with the initiation of that they will make it into they will do a one venture, joint venture business. So they both enter into a venture which is known as joint. Okay. Right. So possibility of joint venture. Okay. Now one is engineering and construction. We'll take one building, a 5-story or 10-story building. 3 or 4 people will join together to construct the building and hand over to a company or hand over to the government. That is engineering as well as construction. You know, the mobile towers are there, mobile towers. At our rooftop towers were constructed or not? Okay, right. So VI Vodafone would like to construct the 100 towers. So our popularity students, 3 or 4, one person is a sound party and 2 people are would like to join. And total 4 students, they had a contract from Vodafone Idea to construct 25 towers in Hyderabad. Location, everything, license and everything will be, permission and everything will be taken by the Vodafone itself. Your job is to, they will show a place and they will drop the material. You have to erect the tower, that's all. Like that, 25 towers. For erection, you have to procure the engineers, signal engineers and manpower. You have to procure them and you have to construct the towers. 20 towers, each tower, the construction cost will be they will share with you. Then after 20 are completed, your job is completed, your venture is completed. That is possible in engineering construction, oil and gas, evocation of oil or supplying, storage, all these we can have with joint venture with the companies. Real estate, I already quote the example, okay? Either for construction of building or for making layout or for you take Jewelry constructions are there. Okay? Example. They are building a tower itself. Tower consists of 20 floors. So all the contract for tiles, laying the tiles, okay, all types of tiles. You can take a contract and 2-3 people will do that one. Or electricity work or pipeline work, whatever it may be. So each and everything is possible in this real estate according to the agribusiness. They can name 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 acres, 20 acres land and making and agriculture, organic products and selling them. Okay. And other pharmaceutical industry. Indian government had a joint venture with some other manufacturing company, vaccination manufacturing company. Now both are have an agreement. Whatever we will finance and whatever the vaccines you produced, you have to supply to us for 150 rupees per dose. Like so, these are the ways or the possible venues for the joint venture business. Right. Features of joint venture. It is formed by 2 or more persons. If one person is there, then it is called sole trader. 2 people are there, it is called partnership. This partnership is for short term or season. Then for a particular venture, it is called joint venture. The first feature of the joint venture is more than 2 persons. The purpose is to execute a particular venture or project. Yes. So the joint venture is for a execution of particular work or venture or a project. A project. No specific firm name is used for the joint venture. For a laying a road, a 2 kilometers, 3 kilometers or 20 kilometers road, to just to procure the machinery and labor, complete the work, take a bill from the government, pay the amounts to whom you have to pay and distribute the profit among the 2 people. That's all. So it is a known name is required. So today laying the road, tomorrow maybe for real estate, and day after tomorrow maybe construction of building, and later maybe crackers business, whatever it may be. So you need not to registered name is not required. If the registered name is there, then it will become partnership. Then that will be registered for partnership. Act 1932. Okay. So the first feature is more than 2%. Second one is to execute a particular venture or project. Third feature is name is not required. And it is a temporary nature. We are already telling that joint venture is a temporary partnership. So the nature of the joint venture is temporary. And agreement regarding the venture automatically stand terminated as soon as the venture is completed. Once the road project is over, then the agreement between the 2 co-venturers is terminated. Fresh agreement for construction of building. So in the road, they share the profits 50-50, but in construction of building, they may share profit 75-25. But in the case of real estate, for plotting and everything, they are now they are 3 co-venturers. They are asked one more person to join in the match. Okay, so that is another feature. and the co-insurer share profit and loss in an agreed ratio. Before joining, before starting the joint venture, they themselves come to an agreement. We will share our profits according to so and so ratio. But in the absence of any other agreement between the co-insurers, profit and losses are to be shared equally. This is a feature, and it will help us while doing the problem. In the problem, he will explain us about how to share the profits. But if he doesn't said anything, directly we can share the profits between them in equal ratio. Okay, these are the features. Till now we understood about definition, definition, process, venues, features. Right. Difference between joint venture and consignment. We told that this will be, we forgot to have, just a minute. Advantages and disadvantages. We will find advantages of joint venture. Right. Advantages. Sufficient resources. One person cannot pool the money. That's why he is asking to join another person. So two people are contributing the money. That may leads to large money or more money. So more resources can be pooled, and ability and experience. Okay. So one person is having ability to invest the money, another person is having experience. Both are joined, then they will work for a common wisdom will be available to the venture. Already earlier I explained. One person X is the um, finance company. He is having ability to invest the money, and Y is working as an engineer in some other company. He is having expertise in laying the roads. The benefit of their common wisdom will be available to the venture. Now they themselves take a one contract from the government of laying the roads, and they will execute the project. So one is sufficient resources, another one is ability and experience, and spreading of risk. If I only started the business, I am the victim of losses. One single person has to be bear the losses. If I ask to join one more or two more people, so the loss may be divided among three. Profit also divided among three. So risk will be reduced to some extent. It implies that the risk is also borne by them in the ratio. So if the three people are there, profit is distributed equally, share loss also equally distributed. If only one person is there, then 100% loss. If 2%, two people are there, 50% loss. Four people are there, 25% loss. So spreading of risk. My loss is spread to another three people. Okay. And diversification of business by producing new products or new area of business. So just to take the example of Reliance. Reliance is doing the business. Many. So the two people are joined as a co-venturers and started joint venture business. Their expertise may not be limited to one. One person may be expertise in other like that, and they will share their experience and start the new businesses. New businesses that will leads to diversification of business, not a single one, and they may be. So new business may be started with that. Increased productivity and greater profits. More money, more expertise, and risk is reduced to leads to more profits. More profits. Okay. And now we'll understand about the disadvantages. It takes time and efforts to form the right relationship. Only the two minds in the earth cannot be same. Two people thinking cannot be same. But partnership is successful and joint venture is also successful. How it is successful? People with the like-minded will be joined together for identifying the like-minded people or adjusting with the like-minded people. It more efforts are required. More efforts are required. So that's why it is a time taking and efforts to form the right relationship. Okay, many people are moved to the courts for a difference in profit sharing or whatever. Many court cases also there in this regard. And the objective of each partner may differ. The objectives need to be clearly defined and communicated to everyone involved. Yes, exactly. Two people's their way of thinking is different, but they have to think about joint venture business or venture. So they have to read. They have to set their joint venture objectives and to be explained to each and everyone and bind by everybody. They have to bind to those objectives by everybody itself. So one objective is if any person taken the stock for personal use, that to be recorded. That to be recorded. If active co-venturer is taken a stock for personal use, if it is recorded, he should not object. The co-venturer should not object. Why? Because there is an objective is there. The objective is telling that if any co-venturer used venture stock, venture material or stock for personal use, it is to be recorded. Okay, so we have to set the the objectives, and that objectives to be communicated to everyone. And those objectives have to be, while achieving those objectives, there should not be any differences among the co-venturers. Okay, imbalance in the share capital, expertise, investment, etc., may cause friction in between the partners. I already told in an earlier. A is having money, he invested money. B is an engineer, he is giving his expertise. A can't do anything while driving the road. B has to work hard for the quality and everything. Everything. So what A will do? Just I invested money, I can't do anything. And B is objecting everything I have to execute it. But there is a difference between. So capital investment, expertise, and all these are possible of friction between the partners. Difference in the culture and style of business lead to poor cooperation. Okay, so while in the business we meet different people, culture, and their style of business will be quite different. Sometimes other person uh, may not follow the style of the other person, and sometimes he may object or he may be sometimes non-cooperation to that because he is not interested in his style of business. Okay, so he may either non-cooperation or poor cooperation that may leads to loss to the organization. Lack of assuming responsibility with the partners may lead the collapse of the business. So half of the road is laid and B felt that total work I am executing and next Monday onwards he is not going to work to supervise. A thought that B is doing that work. Neither A is going to the work or nor B is going to the work. Who will do the work? Workers. So there is no supervisor. Then think about the quality, which may be problem to the delay of the project, and government may put their joint venture in blacklist or that leads to payment to the payment, delay in payments. Lack of communication between the partners may affect the business. So if there is a differentiation between them, automatically communication will be poor communication that may affect the business. Okay, students, these are the disadvantages. And this we will learn later. Okay, na? What is our first video? First video is definition, features, advantages, disadvantages. Definition, features, advantages, and disadvantages. Okay, hope I explained all this and you check with the textbook. Anyone not covered, try to learn those things also. Bye students, bye.